Alright, let's fucking kick this shit off. Alright, so this is unorganized chaos for the first video of 2019, but it's probably one of the most important because it's the first video on what I recommend when starting training for the new year, okay? The first fundamental thing you should train, and that is your grip strength. The reason I feel like grip strength is the number one thing you should train is because everything you do involves grip strength. I'd say pull-ups, deadlifts. I mean, squats, you're holding on to it, but it's not really grip strength. But you get my point, like everything. That's two examples, but I mean, just think about everything. It's so applicable to life, carrying the groceries, giving a nice firm handshake in an interview. Like, those are all extremely important things. And they all involve having a nice firm grip. But mostly we're talking about physical training stuff, but it is nice to have a nice firm handshake when you're making first impressions or just to show, you know, your dominance or something. But anyway, I got some great things that I'm going to recommend and some that I'm going to show you but probably not recommend because one, price, applicability, and actual functionality of whatever it is that I'm going to be showing you. It's all going to be based on how I feel my grip strength has improved from doing these exercises or doing this stuff. The first example, I'm going to jump right into it, okay? The first example, I'm going to give you about 4 or 5 of these things of what to do and not to do. And one of them actually just came up, so, but I'll work my way down. But the first example that I'm going to give you is, or the first thing you should do, that you should do, number 1, is dead hangs. And I know you know a lot, I know a lot of people know about this stuff, what a dead hang is. If you don't, all it is you're holding onto a pull-up bar, both hands like this, and you're hanging there as long as you can. As long as you physically can hold onto that bar, okay? And I actually entered a competition that I didn't win, okay? Because usually these things are hang 100 seconds, earn $100. This one was hang 120 seconds, earn $100. And I failed. I had like 20 seconds left or something like that. I don't know. And it was really hard. But it's on a spinny bar. It was just a dead hang on a spinny bar. But I wanted to let you know that I failed. And I have a really strong grip strength. So one of my goals this year, especially in the beginning, is to not only teach you to do grip strength, but also apply it to myself. Because I won't recommend something that I'm not doing myself. All right, so with that, dead hangs. All you're gonna do is, a lot of it has to do with skin placement, okay? I know that sounds weird, but when you're hanging onto the pull-up bar, you want your hands to be nice and placed on there, okay? You're gonna place it on there, okay? You're not gonna roll this portion of your skin up there and then place it, because that's gonna be painful. The more comfortable you can make your grip, the more comfortable, so it just feels good to hold on to the bar, the more you're gonna get out of the exercise, okay? Because feeling pain is gonna limit the amount of time that you can hold on to the bar, thus limiting the amount of potential you can get out of your muscles. So you want a nice, comfortable grip. For this exercise, I don't necessarily recommend using gloves. I will say that I'm gonna bring up these. It's just a normal pair of Gold's Gym gloves. They're super cheap. They're like $5 or $10 or something like that. And that's why I recommend them. And you wanna make it comfortable, okay? Because it's just your squeeze strength, okay? It's not your skin tolerance, your pain tolerance, okay? That's not what we're going for here. You can do that just over time of slowly eroding your nerves at the end of your, inside of your skin, whatever. But it's not about pain tolerance, it's about making it as comfortable as possible, okay? So dead hangs are number one. Number one, simple, effective, amazing, and it's quantifiable data. You can time how long your dead hangs are. You can stay on the bar for however long and then be like, okay, well, I hung there for 2 minutes my first try. A week later, I tried again. I hung there for 2 minutes, 15 seconds, something like that. So you can always check your progress with dead hangs, and it's great because you're just going till failure. Okay, so that's number one. Damn, I was long-winded. Number one, check. I didn't write anything down, and just to prove it, I just wrote a number one and I circled it. I did write grip strength training and the best way to train in 2019. But then I decided to wing it from there, so that's it. Anyway, that's that. All right, number 2. I'm gonna write a 2 and I'm gonna circle it. Number 2, we're gonna go over this thing. Check this out, okay? It's called the Grip Twister, and I got it from ironmind.com, one of the best grip strength training websites you can go to get all your tools and necessary stuff. I'm not sponsored by them, I'm just recommending them because that's what I use. This baby, though, I'm not going to recommend it, okay? The only time this thing has ever really come in handy is when I was sitting on a couch with my best friend, who also got one of these because we thought they were the coolest things since sliced bread, like 2.5 years ago or something like that. And we were sitting on a couch, and this girl yells from the kitchen. She's like, "Hey, can one of you guys open a jar for me? I can't open it." And we both just look at each other because this is literally a jar that just cannot be opened. Like, you practice opening a jar and you can increase the resistance so it becomes like really hard to twist. So basically your jar opening skills become the greatest on earth. Like, you're the best jar opener ever. So when she asked us, I was just looked over at him, he looked over at me, literally just take the thing and just opened it in like half a second. She's like, "Oh, thank you." She didn't know the backstory behind it, the amount of effort it took to make that look that easy. And this is about $140 too, so yeah. I'm gonna say it's really cool. I guess it works out your twisting motion of your wrist, so you do get a stronger wrist from it, but not worth $140 at all. And this is very uncomfortable. It's like a bladed, whatever you call it, like texture. It's just not comfortable. They say there's other uses for it, like you can do this. I don't know. Anyway, it's called the Grip Twister. Don't recommend, unless you're like in a jar opening competition. My dog is barking outside, just so you know what that squeaking is. I got this sweet like background here just so I can make these videos, so bear with me. Anyway, that's number 2. Grip Twister. Don't recommend it. Number 3. Theraband. Check this out. This is called a Theraband, and I think it's the mid-grade one, but it's really just a hard piece of rubber that's comfortable, okay? Number one thing I recognize, or I notice about this thing is it's comfortable to grab onto, okay? And all you do with it is various exercises like this. One of the biggest fallbacks for people in grip strength training is they don't warm up properly, and they don't do anything therapeutic, okay? Which means you can get, I have people messaging me saying their forearm or their hands are going numb because it's I guess rapid growth in their forearms is constricting their blood flow, and we don't want that. Okay, so make sure you're warming up and you're staying flexible when you train your grip strength. That's why I like this thing. Okay, as you can see, I'm a grip strength connoisseur. Look, it's a little flexible. Okay. Please don't clip that and make it into a weird video. But yeah, it's called the Theraband Flex Bar, and all it is a nice piece of rubber that you can squeeze like this. And basically, when I'm holding it in this position and I extend, both of my forearms will flex outwards. Okay, so I'm resisting this direction, and you can obviously do it the other direction too. And it's really good because it's easy, it's comfortable, and it's a nice warm up. Okay, so if you're looking for a nice warm up tool, Theraband Flex Bar, or whatever it's called. That would be number 3. I'm going to say one of the number 1 easiest methods you could do to increase your grip and crush strength is get one of the Captains of Crush grippers. I actually have a left and a right hand because my buddy bought me some for Christmas. We'll use this one though. Highest, best quality gripper. I'm sure you've all seen these before. All you do is you squeeze them. And if you squeeze the number 3, you get certified. If you squeeze the number 4, you're like one of 6 people in the entire world to ever even close it. They even recommend, like, you could either buy this or you could buy a brick. Yeah, so I don't have, I might lie, I may have the number 4. I may have the number 3, but I've never closed it before. Not even close. You gotta have insane grip strength to do that. But it is a goal of mine to close it. It's just like on the way. I'm not dedicating bunch of time to try to do that. But yeah, it's cool. I actually never tried one of these left-handed ones, and since I broke my wrist, I've been really trying to focus on increasing the grip strength in my wrist because they cut my tendon right here, which reduced mechanical advantage of my wrist for forever, which means I really have to try really hard to make sure this one's almost on par with this one, even though it's always going to be weaker. It's just something I got to live with. Anyway, they come in all different, pretty much the same size, but all different levels of strength, and they're just the best grip strength things. They're so smooth, they last a long time, they feel great, and it's just something. The reason I like these is because you can do them while you're driving, you can do them at work, you can do them whenever, and they're a great stress reliever too, because you're just like, I hate my job, and now I'm good for another 30 minutes, and I can squeeze another one. But that's pretty much everything I have on here. So we got dead hangs, whatever number one was. This thing, the grip twister. So yeah, grip strength. I'll actually. Number four is actually something that I created. I know how this looks. This looks really weird, but there is nothing like this for me, or for what I wanted on the market right now. And you know, obviously this is a weird looking thing, but the key to grip strength is making it comfortable. I will say that over and over and over, because you don't want to be in pain when you're using grip strength, because you won't be able to use your muscles' full potential. That's the reason I made it. I literally made it. This is a rock climbing hold that I sculpted out of foam, and I cast it, and I molded it, and I put it, and I just attached it to this thing. Okay, I molded it onto this weight plate, and then I have a weight plate on here. And all this allows you to do is, this is a comfortable textured hold, okay? Because when you can do this with a hammer, I guess you could do it. I mean, you can do it with a hammer. That's usually how people do it. They take a hammer and they go like this, okay? With this actually causes you to have to use your squeeze strength and your rotation strength. So from here, all I'm doing is bringing it up. And I can go full range of motion, but the table's in the way, and back up. And back up. And it's actually molded to my hand to make it feel really nice. It's got that rock climbing grip texture, and it's really good because you want to be able to do that. You want to be able to take a weight and go like this, because that works your forearms, applicable muscle, so it's really good. But obviously not everyone can make their own stuff like that. So what you can do, it's not as comfortable. The reason I made that is because it's nice and comfortable, and it uses your squeeze strength. You could take a hammer and you can grab onto the end of it. So remember, the heavy end is over here, and just go like this. Okay, that's all you're doing. You want to work out different portions of your grip strength. Another thing you can do, number 5, 6, 7, 8, is dumbbell curls. So we all have dumbbells in our hands. Let's pretend this is a dumbbell. Normal dumbbell curl. Here, coming up, all I want you to do for grip strength, turn your hand over, like this. And variations of that would be from here to just fully contracted, or from here, go to your forehead. Okay, that's going to work more your brachioradialis here. And that's what you're aiming for, because your brachioradialis is going to be a lot of your pull strength. And yeah, so I'm just going to toss a bunch of shit at you, because I want you to understand that training grip strength is the most important thing you can do, the best step you can take to getting into fitness, or even improving your fitness in 2019 for the new year, for every year after that. Grip strength is such a key fundamental. I would say two of the core functions of your entire body, or the most fundamental roots of your strength training, are your core, like your abdominals, your rectus abdominis, your lower back, and your grip strength. Okay, so there's actually like 37 muscles in your entire forearm, so they cause your hand to do this and that, and also pull. So if you are struggling with pull-ups, or you're struggling with anything like that, focus on your grip strength first, okay? Take it from a guy who went from not being able to touch these fingers together, and not having any feeling in these fingers, and not having any strength, all this atrophy, it was just bone like this. Take it from this guy that you can train your grip strength properly. All you have to do is a couple reps of sets of Bicep curls with your hands pronated. Superset it with a couple sets of deadlifts, or not deadlifts, dead hangs, and then just make sure you're using therapy and whatnot. I'll do some stretches for your forearms in another video, and then get yourself a pair of these. They're like 25 bucks a piece, which is a little pricey, but you're paying for quality, okay? You don't want those cheap little $5 ones, because one, they hurt your hands. They feel bad. Like I said, comfortable. You want to make things comfortable for your grip strength. And then these are just the best, 100% the best. And if you're using it all the time and you want something that always works, go with this. And you would think it's like a simple thing. It's just a spring and, but it's not. It's quality, and it's actually awesome. So Captains of Crush, you did a great job on these. I don't know about this thing. Like I said, you got a jar of pickles you want to open up, invest $140 into that, and then start freaking opening a bunch of jars of pickles. But other than that, yeah, so this is just a real roundabout way of saying train your fucking grip strength, okay? Because it's the most important thing you can do when training or starting out training or increasing your strength in any direction you want to do. That's why climbers are so strong, and that's the reason I can do a lot of the stuff that I do. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments. If you guys want specific workouts or whatnot, just let me know, and I'll do all that stuff. I just wanted to get a video out to you to explain, because it's January 5th. Yeah, I'm doing this today, so I can explain to you guys that grip strength, okay? Focus on that before you focus on pretty much anything else. Other than that, like, subscribe, do all that stuff you gotta do. Follow me on Instagram. I'm actually starting to stream on Twitch now, so you can follow me on Twitch and watch me play some video games and also talk about fitness. So all of my tags are MichaelEckert_fit. Yeah, so a bunch of cool free workouts are coming soon, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I'll see y'all later.